You know, Justin, there's been a lot of famous textures throughout history. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the first one off the top of my head is the Statue of David, the penis.
Oh, specifically just that one part.
Oh, yeah.
Great texture.
Limp but strong.
That's the power of marble.
Yeah. Yeah.
You couldn't have done that out of quartz.
It's a marble. I thought it was a marble quartz hybrid.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's why it's such a great texture.
That's what it is. Yeah.
How about the parchment paper of the Declaration of Independence? How about that?
It's porous.
It is porous.
But strong.
Yeah. Just like the colonies were. Another great texture.
And then a great analogy too.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks. I thought of that one just off the cuff.
Yeah. Or what about the texture of the brushes? Whenever Michelangelo when he was painting his 16th chapel.
The Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, so I said his 16th chapel.
The Sistine.
It's his 16th one.
Great texture on those brushes.
Nice brushes, I hear.
Really rivaled only by the texture of these arpeggios.
That's right.
That we're using not for lead.
No, we always do lead.
Everyone's like, oh, learn them from lead. No. They can play a role rhymically as well. That was a dog.
That was a dog.
Not my dog. Great texture on that dog, by the way,
honestly,
too.
Yeah. What kind of dog is that?
That's a poodle.
Great, great texture.
Yeah, I know, right? How about we hit him with the E minor D C progression?
Okay, yeah.
You just go through once, take it slow, you know what I mean? And then I'll jump in with a textured arpeggio run on top of it.
Okay, that's what
so go ahead.
Okay.
E minor, D, C. Sounds great. What? That was like an accompanying arpeggio.
That's great.
Right?
And in a way, if I was a less experienced guitar player, and I just want to play some chords, like you were my bro, you just added a texture to my
It's like a mode bro.
Yeah.
It's like you were just all alone and then you got hit by the penis of David.
That's right. Whack!
Just hit you. Right? So let's talk about how to do that.
So what are you doing here?
I'm taking, when you're playing an E minor, I'm using an E minor arpeggio in a different spot on the guitar neck to kind of create a little bit of that helpful nature, that mode bro nature. Right there. So 7A is an E, and you can do a straight up E minor arpeggio, 7, 10, 9D, but playing it rhythmically to kind of add a texture to it. So E, 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 F sharp, which is that note in the key.
Might you call that note a passing tone?
I would call that a passing tone. Boom, 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 boom. And then I'm going to grab the 7th. And that's what's going to kind of glue all this together, adding the 7th note of a chord. Even though you're playing E minor, I'm playing what's kind of like an E minor 7 arpeggio.
Right.
And then when you switch to the D, I'm going to do kind of the same thing, but in this key's mode, which would be a dominant 7. Right there, so there's D, 5A, 7, 9, it's 5th on 7D, and then the important part is getting the minor 7 of a D, and then by the time you get to the C, same thing, except for the major 7, 3, 3, 3, 3, 5, 7, 5, back 1. And then, again, when you're playing, you're going to get back to the E minor, that 4th spot. So, and this is kind of like a regular. What do you call that? What kind of texture is that?
I mean, that's
famous artist is that?
Turnaround. It's like a modern turnaround.
Does that remind you of a famous artist?
Man, if I'm supposed to say something, I can't think of anybody.
I think of Dali. Right?
Oh yeah, of course.
The creativity involved in that?
For sure, yeah.
Pentatonic.
Well, I will
Very
say,
creative.
there is a hidden genius behind your arpeggio line that you're doing right here. Okay, and the hidden genius is that, so you're doing an E, right? So, right?
Yeah.
Well, what's the next chord is D, right? So you have like this 5.
Yes.
As you're moving down, the 7th, the previous one, is
the fifth of the one you're on.
That's right, yeah. And then I think with D, you said you went to the 7 of
Yep.
D, right? So then isn't that C?
That's the fifth of C.
Fifth of C, right? Yeah. So and then when you hit the major 7th of C and you hit the B, that's the 5th of E. So this whole thing, that's why it's adding such a great texture, because not only is it accenting the chord that you're playing, but you're moving with the chord progression.
That's right. That's something you might want to think of.
Yeah. So you're not so much playing in a tonic as you are like really adding a.
Thank you for pointing that out. I didn't even realize that myself.
Well, most geniuses don't realize they're genius. You know,
like when Leonardo da Vinci was painting the smile on the Mona Lisa.
Right, that's right.
Did he know what he was doing?
No.
Probably
Some
not.
might argue that he did, but I think it was just divine.
Yeah, it was divine. So anyways,
right.
You know, if you want to maybe add some texture to your rhythm playing, look to the arpeggio, because there's always, what hidden secrets does it hold? It's like a Dan Brown novel.
What hidden secrets does it hold?
We're like the Robert Langdon of guitar. Is that his name?
I don't know.
I think so. I read Da Vinci Code.
Oh, is that who wrote the Da Vinci Code?
Well, yeah, Dan Brown wrote Da Vinci Code.
Bone.
I think Robert Langdon was the professor detective.
Oh,
of the Da Vinci,
right,
which is like
right.
Our role.
That's for sure.
Here,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah, I get that vibe off you. Yeah,
I get that vibe off of us.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm a detective a little bit. You know, something.
Yeah. So we've got a lot of other videos on arpeggios.
That's right.
This is just an idea.
Yeah.
Don't copy this idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you even could.
That's right.
Let's the dolly part.
Yeah, you gotta do the dolly part.
Right there. This is just a pentatonic run into the beginning. There it is. C major arpeggio. C, D, E. It's 5th. Back. And then you just kind of repeat it. It's easy. That's what's beautiful about the pentatonic scale. Beautiful about major arpeggios
really
is they line up so nicely.
That's right.
And that's
you know, that's how you add texture to your playing.
And that's art. Pure and simple. Thank you for being here, Justin.
Thanks for having me.